What would be your ideal place to go for a date in Edinburgh?
Probably up that, I can't remember what it's called, the big pointy thing. Can we do that again?
Usually restaurants.
Tapas restaurant.
Usually go for a walk.
It's all about the sharing, isn't it?
It would be a nice restaurant where I would wine and dine with the right wine, the right food, and the right man.
Steve does dinner in a movie.
Museum.
What would be good about the museum?
It just takes the pressure off a bit. It's better than sitting having a drink.
I'd take somebody for a long walk up the waters of Leith, end up at the Modern Art Gallery and go and see some art.
What would you look for in an ideal partner?
Height.
Sort of fairly sort of cliche stuff, sense of humour.
Funny, interesting, smart, and attractive.
Kindness.
Love.
I look for an equal. It's a hard job to find them, but that's what I'm looking for.
We actually met at a swimming pool in Tenerife.
We worked together. We worked at the Red Squirrel.
I saw her on the street, so I just stalked the next shop and I offered a job.
I asked her if she had any onions. As you can imagine, that went down really well.
Friend of a friend.
Have you ever used an online dating website?
I can't say I have, no.
Yes.
What do you sort of, how's that going?
It's too difficult.
And I would definitely use them. It's not as creepy as it used to be, I would say.
Never.
I've not. Have you?
Nope.
I went for a drink with a man called Jesus on like Easter Sunday, which was quite cool.
I've certainly been on dates from it. And I've actually made quite a few friends.
What uniform would you
It'd
be
have
in?
to be a fireman. They look rugged, smoky.
Probably a doctor.
I've got RAF background, so military for me.
A nurse.
The nurse, the typical police officer, maybe.
I wear a chef's uniform sometimes.
Fireman. Or pilot. Pilot. Yeah.
A firefighter.
Does a lumberjack count? No, it doesn't, does it? A motorbike policeman.
There's something kind of sexy about a man with a uniform.
There's always quite an attractive trait in someone if they can complete tasks well. So
Carries huge significance, the uniform, doesn't it? It defines you.
You've got a skill set.
Sense of purpose.
The uniform is a shell. It's a thing that's supposed to rule out any kind of singularity or individuality. And I think the challenge for everybody when they see somebody in a uniform is to try and find out what ticks underneath that surface. You know, the notion that there's a real person underneath it.
Any difficulties?
No, not at all.
Yeah, time constraints, having a certain type of worry about your partner's safety, so especially in the forces.
Maybe them dying.
and I guess with something like nurse or doctor, like the emotional strain on that.
Yeah, uniform can be the job, so you're almost then getting involved with a job. As long as they don't have a stupid photograph.
If it works.
It's not totally out of the question.
Almost all my friends have met online and they are quite happy with it.
I'm very much in favour of it.
Go for it, you know. If you end up with somebody that makes you happy, what does it matter how you found them? Everybody's in a uniform anyway, they just don't realise it.
The only uniform I had when we met at the swimming pool was my Speedos, you know, so Speedos are still in, you
know. Uniforms, generally good. I feel positively about uniforms. Online dating, feel positively about that. Yep, so the two of them together, great.